found a boat on Facebook Marketplace. I am just on my way to go and look at a boat, which is in Kent, so that's exciting. It is called a Tiki 21. Designed by James Wharram. I bought it. I bought a caravan. The caravan has arrived. It's a bit of a mess in here. I'm going to smash up the caravan. I'm going to build a trailer for the boat.
The way you do it, you play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. No, that ain't working.
Hang on, I think I need to go back and do some explaining first. So back in 2022 I was keeping an eye out on a model of boat called a Wharram Tiki 21. And it seemed to fit the sort of thing that I was looking for in a boat. And then in June of that year I found one on Facebook Marketplace being advertised in Kent. So of course I had to go down and have a look at her. She seemed in pretty good shape, so I offered the guy £500 less than he wanted and he accepted, so I bought it. Okay, so now you're going to go back to 2022 and you're going to see what I did immediately after I bought the boat. On with the rest of the video. To get the boat back up here from Ramsgate, I need a trailer, so I'm going to build one on a caravan chassis. The caravan is being dropped off, hopefully quite soon. So I'm just clearing where there's big piles of stuff you can see here. So the caravan will actually come through here. If you see, the gate's down there. It's got to come through here. And then I'm going to put it there for now. That's not the caravan, that's a different one. The one I'm getting is bigger. So I need to move all of this mess. The caravan has arrived. It's a bit of a mess in here. So all of this needs ripping out. Ooh, there's a hole in the roof. The chassis seems solid though. So I'm gonna start doing this.
Look at that mama, she got it sticking in the cameraman. And we could have some. And he's up there. What's that? Hawaiian noises. He's banging on the bongos like a chimpanzee. Oh, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing. Get your chicks for free. We got to install a microwave oven, custom kitchen delivery.
I'm just going to go for a lunch break now, but I thought I'd give you a quick update on what I've done so far. So to start off with, there were two sort of sofa bits here, ripped those out, shelf along there. Obviously all this back section here, I ripped that out as well. And then I've also done the loo area here. Still got plenty to go.
Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Money for nothing. Chicks for free. Money for nothing. And your chicks for free. Ooh, that money for nothing. Chicks for free. Money for nothing. Chicks for free. All that money for nothing. Chicks for free. Money for nothing. Chicks for free.
Right, I've pretty much got all the cupboards out except for these ones around the edge. So it's just one massive space in here now. That's finished for the day. Got everything out of the interior. Got the carpet up. The floor's pretty rotten, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, made a bit of a mess. But all in all, pretty good. It's a new day. I'm gonna try and get the walls off today, I think. Let's see. I want to try and get these windows out in one piece, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. The one at the back was quite hard to get out.
Ain't working.
All the windows are out this side. Well, I need to take the frame out of this one, and then I'll work my way around. Look at how rotten this is under these windows. Just completely rotted away, and up the side here as well. But it's very strange because all of these ones completely rotten, even up at these side bits here, the edge of the window. This side, completely dry. That wood's fine, that wood's rotten. How strange is that? See, that bit's up there fine as well, but here, it's rotten. Right, removed all the windows on this side and the door. Didn't film it because it's pretty much exactly the same as the other side. Now I'm removing all these trim bits along here, up round, because that should allow me to remove this aluminium. I've removed all the trim bits along the bottom, around the top, along here, over the wheels. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the starboard side. I'm sorry, my phone is doing something strange. It keeps not recording time lapses when I tell it to, but I've done this side as well now. All the trimmings are off. So yep. I've gone round and loosened all the nails in this, so this aluminium will come off, but I've just got to go and undo the chimney and the TV aerial from inside.
It's Romeo. He nearly gave me a heart attack. He's underneath the window, singing. Eli, my boyfriend's back. Shouldn't come around here singing up at people like that. Anyway, what you gonna do about it? Juliet, the dice was loaded from the start, and I bet then you exploded into my heart. And I forget. The movie song. When you gonna realize it was just the time was wrong. Juliet.
Not sure I can bring myself to get rid of that. You never know when you're going to need a massive piece of aluminium, and sounds pretty cool as well.
Both dirty, both mean. Yes, and the dream was just the same.
This is how amazingly caravans are constructed. See these bits of wood here? The only purpose of those is to hold a wall. They literally hold an internal wall. This is the thickness of the ceiling, so the wall's effectively being held by that thick piece of board.
You promised me thick and thin, yeah. Now you just say, oh, Romeo, yeah. You know, I used to have a scene with Juliet. When we made love, you used to cry. Said I love you like the stars above. I love you till I die. There's a place for us. You know the movie song. When you're gonna realize it was just that the time was wrong. Juliet. I can't do the talk, so like the talk on the TV. Can't do a love song like the way you sing. I can't do what I feel.
That one's next! There you go.
All I do is
There we go.
and the way we used to be. All I do is keep the beat.
Right, it's day 3 now. We left off yesterday, we got all the walls off. We're just left with the floor now, and we've got a big mess here. Oh, and here too. So that's going to need clearing up.
When we made love, you used to
The problem I'm having at the moment is that these bolts are like buried in the wood, and they've got square bits under the head, so you don't have to bolt them from this side. It bites into the wood, so you can tighten it. But then, because the wood's rotted, it's no longer biting into the wood, so when I try to spin this, it just spins the whole bolt. I'm not sure even if it wasn't spinning that I'd be able to get it off, because they're very corroded. It's almost impossible to cut them from down here, because this bit of the chassis gets in the way of the angle grinder, so you can't get anywhere near it. So you have to cut them from the top.
in a love struck Romeo.
The solution for getting the bolts out, I just cut with the circular saw around the bolt, and then that allows me to get the grinder in underneath it, and then you can cut it out and hit it through.
You and me, babe. How about it?
Right, I've got all of the bolts out now, I think, so I'm going to have a bit of a clear up, and then I will try and get the bed of this trailer off.
How about it?
Right, I've got everything off the trailer, so this is the exciting bit now. I get to start building the frame for the boat trailer. I've just laid these on here to get a feel for what I might do. But first, I'm going to level the trailer because it has a little bit of twist in it. It's not twisted, but it does move slightly. And so I'm going to get it fully level, so when I attach everything onto it, it'll be level. There we go. That looks good enough for me. I'm just starting to mark out some of the places where I'm going to put the supports for the hull. I don't exactly know what I'm doing yet, but I'm sort of making up as I go along.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie.
I know it's kind of rubbing off and stuff, but do you guys see anywhere on here where it tells me how high this bit needs to be? Right, there's nothing down the side here, or over here. It tells me how high this one needs to be. Doesn't tell me how high this one needs to be. Maybe I'm missing something. I guess I'll do that last when I've worked it out. This back bit on each side wiggles a bit, so what I've done is I've cut these cross pieces that I'm going to bolt to the chassis here, and that one across there as well, to hopefully stop this back end from wiggling.
London town.
I just creosoted these, otherwise it's just going to rot, isn't it? Because I mean, this isn't actually even treated wood, so I think I'm going to call it a day now because I feel a bit dizzy from all that creosote fumes, so I'm going to go and lie down for a bit. It's the 4th day I've been doing this trailer now. I went out this morning and bought some threaded bar, some nuts and washers, and I'm going to start bolting some of this frame together, I think.
Play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything.
Right, I've bolted in these bits there, so this isn't wiggling anymore, and I've also bolted in this cross piece across here because these sides sort of splayed out a bit when you put weight on it at the back, so that'll stop it from doing that. Now I'm going to start bolting on the big sections that will actually going to hold the boat. Right, I've bolted the first 2 supports on. It's really annoying because these bits of timber have been sitting in the polytunnel for probably 2 months, and because it's like humid in there, they've warped a bit. So I don't know if you can see, that's straight down there, and that is how twisted these bits are. It's really annoying because it means, for instance, because it's leaning over that way, this bit is then pushed and it won't lie flush. I tried to use like a ratchet strap to pull it back over so it would go straight, but that worked a little bit, but not entirely. It probably doesn't really matter at all, it's just, it's not going to look so good, for instance, if there's massive gaps like this. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the actual supports that are going to hold the boat, and then I'll do 2 more down there probably.
Good night, now it's time to go home. Then he makes it fast with one more thing.
Right, I got the wheels off. They were a little difficult to say the least, but with a lot of WD-40 they did come. Now I'm going to level the trailer back out and carry on building the frame at the front here. I had to cut these washers so they had 2 flat edges, because if you see up here where I need to put the bolt in, at the moment the washer won't fit it up into that slot, so I had to cut the edges off so it'll fit up so I can tighten it fully. Basically, I need to make supports for the hull, but because I don't have plans for the trailer, I don't actually know like what angle the supports need to be. I have some plans for the trailer, let me show you. These are the ones that come with the building plans, but this is for a trailer that has little supports like this. I don't have the materials to make something like that. With this design, you see, you don't have to have the exact V shape mapped out. You just need to have this point, and then this bit at the top will pivot so it matches the shape of the hull. Also, it's not very helpful as a lot of it's rubbing off, so I can't actually read all of it. See here, it tells me the distance from the axle to there, but really I need the distance from here to there. But it doesn't even tell me the distance of this bit, the keel chock, from the axle. So how am I meant to work out the distance between those two? Maybe I'm just being really stupid. I think I'm going to go and look at the other building plans and see if I can find any measurements that will help me. I just spent a while measuring out where I was going to put the centre of the hulls, and I was doing it off the drawings because I thought my chassis was the same width as the one on the drawings, which it is, but my chassis is the same width from the outside of this to the outside of this, but I was just measuring from the insides. So now all my measurements are in completely the wrong place. It's literally taken me the whole afternoon to work out where the keels have to sit. It's not 100%, but it's within like a few millimeters, and it doesn't matter if it's not 100% right, because I'm going to make it adjustable. I can adjust the sides so that they can adjust up to meet the hull of the boat anyway, so should be alright.
Oh yeah, the boy can relate dedication, devotion to turning all the nighttime into the day. And after all the violence,
I've cut these two out, so they're right at the front to hold the bow. They're not going to be this tall, at least I don't think so. I've cut them this long so I can cut a bit off. When I go to pick up the boat, I can find what height it is, and I will screw it into this bit frame. And that, my friends, is a very good reason for not having a twin axle trailer. Need 5 tyres to replace all of them, including the spare, instead of just 3. I've had a bit of change of plan. So, you know how I said I was going to do those V bits and everything? Well, it's going to be quite complicated to do to enable it to be adjustable so it actually like hugs the hull properly, and there's more that's going to go wrong, that could go wrong, more that could break. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to leave it flat like this, and I'm still probably going to use those ones at the front because they're fine, those ones I cut out yesterday. The hulls can literally just sit straight onto these beams, and because if it was a monohull, it would obviously just rock around, but because there's 2 hulls, both hulls can be strapped to each other, so then it won't rock around it. So I'm going to actually unbolt these, and I'm going to cut out a section in here so that the head of the bolts are actually flush with the top of this beam, so that it's not going to accidentally like dig into one of the holes or something, because that wouldn't be a very good idea. And then I'm also going to carpet the sections where the hull's going to sit, just to reduce rubbing a bit. So most of the weight of the boat will probably be between these two, and then also, as I said, I'm going to use these ones to hold the bow.
and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms.
Okay, I've finished embedding all of these bolts in here. So, I mean, I don't really have much left to do. I went to the tip this morning and found this piece of carpet. So I'm going to use this to carpet the beams to stop the hull rubbing straight on the wood.
Baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your son.
So I've got the carpet on these 3. Probably didn't need it on the front one because I've got those little ones to hold the bow, but I put it on there anyway. Now I'm building a bit that's going to hold the stern. Right, I think I'm pretty much done with the trailer now. I just made this bit that goes at the back, and I've not bolted it on yet because I don't know what height it needs to be to like contact the hull, because obviously the hull's curved. But I've left these long enough so I can lift it up and bolt it into the right place when I'm actually picking up the boat. This jockey wheel arrived in the post, so I got that on. I got the mud guards back on. They were the original ones that were attached to the Caravan, and I cut them off in a way that I managed to save them. So I've just added a little plate bit there to take the back, and then the front is screwed onto this beam. They're a little bit waggly, so I think I'm going to need to put something to reinforce this bit here, but other than that it's alright. I got the wheels back with the new tyres, so they were put on, And then we took the trailer down to the garage to get like a little service, sort out the brakes, make sure they were all right, and the bearings as well. So now, pretty much ready to go. I just need to finish attaching the trailer board. Oh no! Also, I added this extension bit, which brings where the trailer board's going to be. Well, it brings the trailer board to where the boat's going to stick out to, so 21 feet. So that is now the length of the boat. The boat should come just inside this bit that sticks out, so the trailer board's nice and visible. So I just need to finish attaching this, and then I probably am also going to get a little flag or something, just to put on a pole, just to make sure people can see it, because it's quite a low trailer. So I'll do that. Obviously, it'll be fine when the boat's on, but while we're travelling down, I'm going to do that. My trailer is now way better than any trailer you could possibly find anywhere on the market, because it has been equipped with pink Go Faster stripes. Thank you, Aldi Gaffer Tape. Okay guys, thanks for watching to the end. Make sure to like and subscribe. The next video is going to be about doing a little bit of boat work and then going sailing, so that's going to be exciting. Let's separate the real ones from the posers, so if you've watched this far, just go into the comments and type "oh wow" all lowercase and then full stop, and then I know who the real ones are. Thank you very much. Goodbye.